Good evening. My name's Steve Costa. I'm an American veteran. I served my country. I took an oath to protect everybody in America. Maybe not verbatim of what that says, but that's what it meant. I took it, and it meant I would spread democracy. It meant I would respect my elders. It meant that I would love everybody that was an American, whether they believed the same way I was, or I do. Um, I didn't want to take nothing away from them, and I never thought they would try to take anything away from me. But if you're watching the news and you're following not my narrative, but even the news's narrative, Governor Inslee pretended CHOP, like at some point, he pretended or he acted on TV or he even said there was nothing ever wrong with the whole CHOP area being taken over, man. I'm going to tell you what, the most beautiful city I've ever seen in my life has died. Our government, Washington State government, I'm not saying federal, but here in Washington State, Durkin, Inslee, that one police chief lady, you failed your people. You allowed Americans to die. But you National Guard guys, you're not like us that served our country. You do serve the state. And I'm sorry I got to put it on the line like that. But if you are at the Washington State Capitol because of the inauguration, and those Americans do go through there, and you take action, the very foundation of our oath, and the reason why I served my country, you will betray. You are not my brother at that point. I'm sorry to say, your DD 214, your bennies, the honors you receive from me, a United States Navy veteran who served my country, not my state governor fucking bullshit Inslee. Because y'all are up there at the Capitol because you might get protesters. Well, man, Inslee's a man. He gonna act the way he's gonna act. So people gotta say something. He taxes us. He takes our money. So all I want to know is if the CHOP shit wasn't a problem, right? And I'm not saying defend that stuff because I don't agree with taking over my. If it was my neighborhood, I'm sorry. You be trying to do some shit, I'm going to lay you down. You're going to just bleed everywhere because I'm good at what I do. But he acts like that wasn't a problem. That wasn't a reason to activate the National Guard just to bring in a referee. Hell, even the UFC got a referee. NHL referee. NFL referee. Hell, lawful society's supposed to have their protections because, hell, they pay taxes. And they just left like, peace. We're going to let you do what you got to do. And, well, if you lived there and your children lived there, look at the streets of Seattle. You walk anywhere and see needles lying all over the ground, fucking homeless everywhere, fucking the homeless is there, and they're justifying the homeless being there because of this great big drug epidemic. But they've been taxing. They tax my parents. I know that they tax my grandparents, and you know. And I'm just saying the government in general, and to fund a war on drugs. Well, I mean, if we're paying all this money and we're the greatest nation in the world, how are you justifying all this shit? And then you say none of that shit's happening. But when you're afraid of some protesters, which all that rioting took place, right? Now that was mostly peaceful protest. And they didn't even get National Guards with shit burning and Americans dying in Seattle. But yet, when you might have to be at work and, well, they might catch you there. Oh, we need the National Guard. Fuck you, Inslee. You a pussy. You a punk-ass bitch, dude. Because, Inslee, if you was on the street, hell, you would be the little kid in the playground giving up his lunch money and then trying to buy a bully to fucking save you. You a punk. You are a punk, Governor Inslee. Fuck you. Fuck you, Inslee. You a punk. I'm sorry. You are just a punk, man. My little sisters would beat you up. Hell, a fifth grader could punk out your fucking self-esteem. I bet your wife's fat or anemic. I bet you she had a tummy tuck at one point. And your mom probably fucking, was an alcoholic, and your dad probably smacked her around and nobody ever talked about that. You know what? I'm gonna say some shit like that to you. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But you's a punk. If you got all the state trooper dudes up there with their rifles, and you got the National Guard up there with their rifles, and your orders are Americans can't be up there. Washington State Republicans, I guess. I don't know. Protesters. I don't know. I don't know. If the Democrats have protesters, I think the Republicans have protesters. I don't know who's who anymore because I don't know. You're a bad guy if you say, but let me tell you, they're protesters. So I mean, as long as they ain't burning up your cop cars and they ain't fucking shooting at you or whatever, you can't shoot them, or you're a murderer and a coward and a punk ass bitch. And then I myself hope y'all die of some cancer or COVID. Now I hope all y'all die of anus rapist cancer, something gnarly like that. Punk ass bitches. You some punks.